What is going on, everyone? Tenha here, and today we're gonna take a look at Neuvillette. That's how you pronounce his name, right? He is the Chief Justice of Fontaine. We were able to interact with him during the story in 4.0. I don't know why, but I really like dragons or anything related to dragon, and he's heavily hinted that he's the Hydro Dragon in the story. They also said that whenever the Hydro Dragon feels sad or cries, it will rain in Fontaine. It rained when Neuvillette visited Navia's father, who has already passed away. He died despite of being innocent, and Neuvillette couldn't do anything about it. So he felt really guilty, but when Navia finally forgave him, then the rain stopped. Anyways, he has a really unique fighting style, where unlike any other characters, he is built to do a lot of charge attacks. So long story short, if you were to use his charge attack without anything, then it would take long like this. So you're not supposed to use him like this. However, when you use your skill or ultimate, you'll be able to immediately use the charge attack properly like this. That's fast, right? You can do this only once when he uses his skill, but when you use your ultimate, he can use his charge attack twice in a row. Just like that. And in between those two charge attacks after he uses his ultimate, he can do rotations, like swap out to different characters, use their skills, come back, and still be able to use his charge attack as long as these Hydro Balls are present on the field. So now that we talked about the Hydro Balls on the field, he creates 3 balls when he uses his skill. And of course, it has to hit the opponent. And then when he uses his ultimate, he gets 6 balls. When he's casting his charge attack, he consumes 3 Hydro Balls on the floor and immediately uses his charge attack. Which is why you can use 2 charge attacks like that after he uses his ultimate. But before we get started, I'm very excited to announce that you can now buy these Hu-Tao t-shirts online. Now you can buy them at tenha.gg. You can go there and look at all those designs. For now, we only have Hu-Tao, but we are planning to add more designs as we go. We're gonna also do like a little community post to people who has bought the t-shirts before, and we're gonna be taking people's requests and see which character has the most demand, and we will be adding those designs onto this website. My team had to spend a lot of time trying to figure out which factory makes the best t-shirts out there, which manufacturer does the best prints, and also whether if we can ship it from different warehouse so that there's gonna be less shipping fee. Check the t-shirts out at tenha.gg, and I will also put the link in the video description down below. And now let's talk about his build. Right now we have 31k HP, 39% crit rate, 271% crit damage, with some energy recharge, which I didn't mean to build, and he has hydro damage bonus, 64%. His weapon, I am using his best in slot weapon, and ironically, for those people who doesn't have his best in slot weapon, you could be using the prototype Ember because you get HP percentage from his main stats. And then also when you use your burst, you regenerate energy. So you could be using this if you can't get his weapon, sadly. And then another alternative for him is going to be the Battle Pass weapon, which I don't really like because it's really hard to get the conditions up all the time. However, if you take a look at his weapon, right, it is so stacked. It gives you HP, it gives you crit damage, 88% by the way, and then you get your damage bonus for your charge attack when your HP increases or decreases. And 14 times 3, that is huge. That is 42%. Not only that, but also you get your energy back, so you can focus on your crit rate. His best in slot artifact set is going to be the Hunter set. I feel like this set is uncontested compared to other sets because his Ascension stats is crit damage, his best in slot weapon gives you crit damage, so it's really easy for you to stack crit rate, crit damage. And let's talk about his talents. Normal attack, you don't need to look at anything because you're going to be using charge attack only. So at level 6, we're doing 10.64% max HP damage to the opponents. Remember I talked about the water balls on the floor after using your skills or burst? He picks up to 3 balls up from the floor, and then from that, he heals 16% max HP. And then when you're doing charge attack, when your HP is above 50%, he continuously loses 8% max HP per 0.5 seconds. This doesn't really matter because whenever he uses his charge attack, he gets healed. So that's totally fine. And then for his E, he does AoE hydro damage and drops 3 water droplets. And his skill damage is also 18% max HP at level 6. When you use his burst, he'll be doing AoE hydro damage and the waterfall damage, which happens after he uses his burst. And then his talents. When party member triggers Vaporize, Frozen, Electrocharged, Bloom, Hydro Swirl, or Hydro Crystallize reaction on opponents, you get this 1 stack of buff, which lasts for 30 seconds, up to max 3 stacks. Each stack gives 110% at 1 stack, 125% at 2 stacks, and 160% at 3 stacks damage bonus to the charge attack. And the stacks of these, created by each kind of elemental reaction, exist independently, which is why you want to have a mixture of element in his team in order for you to maximize his damage. And the next passive is, for each 1% of Neuvillette's current HP greater than 30% of max HP, he will gain 0.6% hydro damage bonus. A maximum bonus of 30% can be obtained this way. So, maximum bonus happens when your HP is at 80%, which means that if you lose too much HP, then you do less damage. Okay, enough with the chit-chat. We want to go ahead and see how he does instead of just reading off of the text, right? So let's go ahead and take him to a domain, and I'll talk about what is the best team for him and what I like personally. So he'll be applying a lot of hydros. However, we have to choose and pick which one is going to be best for us. If you have Kazuha, we can have a team like this. Neuvillette. We can have Kazuha because he gives a lot of elemental damage bonus, right? So in order for you to do more hydro damage for him, you want to add Kazuha to it. One concern that I have for Neuvillette is that it didn't say he's getting the resistance to the interruption, which means that while he's doing the charge attack, he wants to have the shield up, right? So I have added Zhongli and then Fischl. What more can I say? Fischl is just there, and then whenever there's like reactions, she's gonna be doing electro damage here and there. So this is gonna be quite good. And also keep that in mind that special properties the NMO characters have is when they swirl, and then when the enemy has hydro and electro on them, then you can swirl both of the elements, which means that Neuvillette plus any electro character that applies electro off field is going to be very great. So you can probably use either Yae Miko, Beidou, Raiden Shogun, whichever you want. Let's go ahead and see how much damage we can do with this team. Shield first, Neuvillette E, Fischl E, Kazuha, Swirl. And then we have the balls on the field, so we can just do charge attack. Okay, we're looking at 30k. That's really good. I didn't have my Kazuha Q up, or I didn't scroll the enemy with Hydro, so I didn't do a lot of damage at the end, but we were looking at 30k damage each tick on his charge attack. So this team, I would approve. Oh, and there's something I would like to mention. But if you take out Fischl and put Beidou here, because Beidou's ultimate takes a lot of energy, I found it a little hard to do a rotation, right? So I did not use Beidou. But if you can't manage to use Beidou in this team, then you can probably take out Zhongli, Fischl, and put another support there. And then here's another team that I would like to recommend. Neuvillette is going to be paired up with Nahida, and we're going to be producing a lot of seeds. And with that, we're going to do a Hyper Bloom team. So, let's go ahead and see how this goes. By the way, keep that in mind that I can't really remove my constellations that I have on my characters. So you're just going to have to see how this team works, okay? Shield first. Do this. Raiden Shogun. So obviously, my personal damage for Neuvillette is lower than when I'm using him with Kazuha, right? But it is still very great. Even without him, I'm doing like 20k damage, right? And then here's a third team I would like to talk about. I feel like it's so weird for us to force Neuvillette into a complete Nilo team already. We have a complete Nilo team with Nahida, Nilo, Kandake, and Yao Yao. I think that is more than good enough. Like, it's very cost efficient because there's only 2 5-star characters. And for those of you guys who love Nilo, probably has Nahida as well, right? If you don't have Nahida, then you can probably use the Dendro Traveler. However, if you're trying to put Neuvillette here, I found it super hard because if you put Yao Yao, she can provide off-field Dendro. However, in order for her to heal the team, she's gonna have to do some jumps, and then when you do auto attacks, she does physical damage. So without Candice, she kind of becomes super weird. Another solution to this team is probably gonna be like Dendro Traveler with Nahida, Nilo, Neuvillette, but as you can see, from my experience, I thought it was really bad. But I will show you anyways. And then also another thing about Nilo team is that we need to refresh Nilo's E here and there, and when you're doing that, you lose damage. Nahida E, Nilo E 3 times.
Bow your head.
To charge attack. And then also, we are lacking shields here, right? That is another bad thing about this team. Okay. This is gonna be too strong. However, it is what it is. C6 Nahida for the win. Okay. And another charge attack. Alright. But it feels like this team relies too much on Neuvillette more than just damage from Nilo's Bloom, which is why I don't like this team. If it works, then you can do it, but I feel like this is a horrible team. And a national team we can probably try. So good thing about having Bennett on the team is that his healing happens when your HP is below 70%. And if you did pay attention to this video, this passive right here gives the max damage bonus when his HP is at 80% or above. With Zhongli, he's gonna have to take his droplets, but with Bennett on the field, he's gonna get healed while he's doing charge attacks, so that's gonna be really good.
Teamwork is strength. As one with wind and cloud.
Settle down. Silence. Let the mighty be humble.
Where's the opponent? Okay. Alright. Actually, I like this team because I can vape. His damage goes up to like 58k. What the heck? Let's talk about his constellations. His E1. When Neuvillette takes the field, he will obtain 1 stack of past draconic glories from the passive talent. Blah blah blah. Additionally, his interruption resistance will be increased while using the charge attack. Okay, there it is. I like how they always release the character with the problem and they have a solution in the constellation. So let's go ahead and test his constellations. Hit me. Okay. He's not getting interrupted. I would say it's pretty good. However, when we already have the solution for his team, I think Neuvillette is a totally fine character at C0. And then C2. Each stack of past draconic glories will increase the crit damage of charge attack. And the maximum increase that can be achieved this way is 42%. Okay, let's go ahead and unlock C2. How much damage can we do, right? The 42% crit damage increase. 41k. In C4, when Neuvillette is on the field and healed, 1 source water droplet will be generated. This effect can occur once every 4 seconds. I am not so sure how effective this can be. Think of it like this. Uses E, charge attack, he gets 1 drop. Uses Q, charge attack, gets another 1. And then the second charge attack is going to drop another 1, which totals up to 3. I want to see how this thing goes. Shield burst. To the swirls. I should be able to use my ultimate right here. Okay, there should be 1 droplet on the field. Okay, there's 6. 1. And then there's finally 3 on the field, right? And then you can do another one like this. Okay, all right. So that was quite smooth. If you don't want to swap out and do the rotations again, you can probably just have C4 Neuvillette and just keep on charge attacking. Is this gonna be good? I don't think so. I'm gonna have to be really blunt about this. He can use his skills here and there. We can swap out to different characters here and there and use their skills. Come back to Neuvillette, use charge attack. And then, you know, he's gonna use his ultimate, do 2 charge attacks, go back, and so on. So basically, C4 is going to help you do smoother rotations, even when you're going for like hyper carry Neuvillette or something like that. And C6, let's take a look at it because this is probably gonna be a game changer. When using charge attack, Neuvillette can absorb nearby source water droplets in AoE. Each absorbed droplets will increase the duration of the charge attack by 1 second. Additionally, when Equitable Judgment hits opponents, it will fire off 2 additional currents every 2 seconds, each of which will deal 10% of Neuvillette's max HP as hydro damage. Damage dealt this way will count as damage dealt by Equitable Judgment, which is his charge attack. Okay, so I like the first part, where they increase the duration of his charge attack, right? So let's go ahead and test his constellations. Okay. Do this. Zhongli burst. Neuvillette ultimate. And then... Okay. He doesn't assume... He doesn't take the whole balls. However, he can consume the balls on the floor. Oh my god. Okay. So we just have seen how he works, right? So his C4 helps C6. So while he's doing charge attack, when it's supposed to run out, he absorbs the droplets on the floor, increasing his charge attack by 1 second each. Yeah, this is very interesting. He only has R1 weapon as well, right? You know what? Let's go ahead and send this to R5. Because what the heck, dude? There was a horrible rotation. That's fine.
As one with wind and cloud.
Bow your head.
Oh my god. I don't know how much damage we do. Like, it doesn't matter anymore because we do too much damage. We're gonna go ahead and bring her to Raiden Shogun and see how much damage you do. Okay, set up the shield first. Neuvillette E. Swirl. Okay, take this. Oh my god, I'm playing FPS game now. Man, what the Okay, I might want to go for C6 or 5 just because of this. That's really funny. So, my final verdict on Neuvillette is that he's a very, very fun character to use. He has introduced a new playstyle. Like, you need to actually aim the monsters now. So I like how Genshin Impact pulled this off. In terms of damage, he's very okay. He opens up a lot of possibilities for new characters to be added to his team. With the current characters that we have, although we have so many, I don't think he has the best team yet. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this showcase, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.